Are you struggling to win client loyalty, trust, establish credibility? Let me share a powerful technique to help you really establish credibility and loyalty and trust in your first meeting. Yes, you heard it right, in your first meeting. But you have to stay tuned till the end of the video because that's where I will walk you through the step-by-step process of how and what I do every time I meet someone, especially in person. And then usually the second meeting is virtual or over the phone. But if you are meeting somebody in person, this is one thing that you always want to do. And if you are comfortable doing it in over a video or virtually, you can absolutely do it. And then I'll walk you to the third step, which is how you can do that over the phone. Yes, that's my NLP technique that I will share in my next video on how you can establish trust, credibility, and loyalty over the phone. Stay tuned till the end of the video. Thank you for joining. My name is Ritika Singh, and I'm your coach here today, helping you really empower your customer. Note this word, empower. You always want to empower your customer and make them feel that it's their decision, not yours. Do not impose your product or service. I've said it several times, keep the product and the service aside and make it more educational. The more education you give to your client in the most simplified way and tie it to their current situation, the easier and the faster you will establish credibility and trust and loyalty. There is no way, there is absolutely no way that anybody can establish trust in the first meeting. It will take time. If you are a seasoned person in a client facing position, yes, you have a established client base, they know your repeat customers. But if you are going into somewhere completely brand new, you got to walk the steps. And the number one step for you is educate yourself and then simplify it. Educate yourself, simplify it to the point where a fourth grade student can understand what you're trying. Yes, it's scientifically proven. You have to break down your information to a fourth grade student that it should be like, oh, it's so simple. I'm going to give you a very simple example, extremely simple example of a highly complicated retirement plan. It's called the defined benefit plan. Many of you may have heard large companies like Hewlett Packard or big corporations offer those kind of benefits to their employees. It's a pension plan. It has a lot of moving parts to it, and usually, not usually, you need to have a minimum revenue in order for even to qualify to have that benefit plan, and that is 5 to 10 millions, right? There is a base start, and there are too many moving parts to it. I'll simplify. Defined benefit plan is nothing but just two baskets of money, conservative and aggressive. That's it. That's how you're going to have to explain once you have established enough knowledge, because that knowledge is going to create an energy around yourself where you will come across as a trusted person, as an experienced professional who knows what he or she is doing. But you have to simplify that knowledge to a fourth grade student. Just two baskets of money based on your income that your business has gone and what your employees are going to get, whoever the people are involved. There are more technicalities to the plan. Don't get me wrong. It's not that simple. But if you're simplifying it to somebody, the first line, oh, this is a $40 million client. He totally qualifies for a defined benefit plan. Hey, let me simplify it for you. It's basically with all the nuts and bolts that we're going to tell you, but in the gist, that's really what it is. Two baskets of money, a 401k, and a cash benefit. And that's it. There, in one basket, you're only going to do bonds and mutual funds, and the other you can do equities and do whatever you trading you want to do. The minute you explain, you have put their guard down. That's your main goal. Get them to that state of relaxation. The more they feel relaxed with you, the easier it will get for them to trust you. Educate, simplify education, establish trust, establish credibility, trust, and then comes loyalty, which takes a while. I hope this helps where I'm going with this. So once you have relaxed them, where you can showcase your expertise by simplifying what you're positioning, they'll be like, okay, tell me more about it. You want them to say, tell me more. Make them talk and you listen. Make them talk. The more they talk, the better it is. And be in and have a constant eye contact. Do not be distracted or be fidgeting with your phone or with your other emails dinging. Put everything on silent and be completely present, undivided, and focus on what you're talking about and be in that zone. That is extremely important. When you're in that zone with that person, in person or virtually, they will sense that energy that you are emitting out, that you're in it, you're in sync with it. Another thing that I will share with you, try and sit on their side of the table and not on across. Try not to be in an authoritative position, in fact, a collaborative position. The more collaborative body language and sitting arrangement you have, the easier it will be for, and faster it'll be for you to establish that credibility, trust, and loyalty. The more comfortable you can make them feel, the easier it'll be. Chat GPT is one of the most phenomenal tools that humans have created. However, in order to excel, you still need to know how to read people. More you're able to understand, read, and relate, the easier it will be. So the takeaway from today's video is educate yourself, simplify that knowledge to your clients, and then share that knowledge with them, which gives them that confidence of empowerment that you have shared your knowledge and empowered them with it. And be a resource. Your goal should be to be a resource to them to help them with whatever questions they have. Now, the more the complicated your service or your product is, the more you want to break down that information. If I'm going in a meeting to for something, and if somebody loads me with a bunch of information, the chances of my signing up there and then are slim to none. However, if they have simplified it to me, hey, there are 5 steps to this process, the chances of my being more responsive or being more interested in their knowledge or their service or whatever they're presenting is a lot higher because I'm not burdened. Will make the decision right there and then. Take that pressure off of them to putting that decision of making that decision right there and then. So how are you going to do is by educating them, relaxing them, empowering them, giving them that level of confidence that it's their decision and you have that expertise, that knowledge, that professionalism to help them walk through the process and handhold them. The more you are an educator and a coach, the easier it'll be and relatable, be genuine about what you're talking about and tie it with real life experiences. Don't make it something phony. The more phony you are, you're going to get it all complicated. Have at least 3 to 5 stories in your back pocket to relate. It could be, for example, I just use a scenario. I was in a meeting with a client a few months ago or a year ago. No names, nothing, and that was their situation. This is how we resolved it, and that was the outcome. Definitely share the problem, the solution, and the outcome. That will help you retain that client and refer more and create that client advocates. That's what you want to create. Hope these 3 steps help you, and I will share in the next video on how you can use these techniques of establishing um, credibility, trust, and loyalty as we progress further in person, virtually, and on the phone. Stay tuned for more. Thank you.